All right, Part 171, Title 49, Volume 2, Subpart B, Incident Reporting Notification Approval of Authorization. Immediate notes concerned with the hazardous material incident with the general assume with the practical public no later than 12 hours to occur for the incident described in paragraph D with the section with the breach for the person physical possession of the hazardous material must be provided with the notice of the telephone to the National Response Center 800-424-8802 with the 202-267-2675 and online of the nrc.usc U.S. Coast Guard, Mill. Each notice must include the following information: name of the reporter, name of the address presented, the reporter, the phone number of the reporter who can be contacted, date and time and location incident that takes down to the injury and any of the class of the division, proper shipment name of the quantity of the hazardous material involved in such information, with the available the type of the incident, with the nature of the hazardous material involved, and whether the continuing danger to the life of the extent with it at the scene, and reportable incident for the telephone report is required with everything able to follow will occur during the course of the transportation, including loading and unloading temporary storage. As a directive of the hazardous material, the person with the kill for the person receiving the injury required admitted to the hospital. The general public is excavated for 1 hour or more. The major transportation artery of the facility of the closed is shut down for 1 or more hour. The air operational flight pattern and routine of the aircraft is altered by fire breakage disposal of the suspected radioactive contamination of the curve, including the active radioactive material C-176. 48 with the chapter fire breakage spillage suspected the contaminated curve involved with infectious substance other than required medical waste. The relief of the marine pollutant acquires the quantity 119 gallons for the liquid or 882 pounds for solid situation exists such as nature conditioning of the danger of the extent of the incident that involved the judgment of the person with the possession of the hazardous material and should be reported to the NRC, even though that does not imply with the criteria of the paragraphs B, 1, 2, and 3, and 4 of the section. During the transportation by the aircraft, the fire violent rupture explosion of the dangerous equivalent of the heat of the amount of the heat sufficient for the dangerous to packaging for the personal safety to include the charging of the mail packaging and melting the packaging, scoring with the packaging with the other evidence occur with the direct as a result of the battery powered device. Written report. Each person makes a report under the section must also make the report required in 171.16 of the subchapter. 171.16 detail the hazardous material of the incident report with each person on the physical possession of the hazardous material at the time of the following incident with the curve of the transportation, including loading and unloading temporary stores, must submit the hazardous material incident report on the dot form F5800 of 1 within 30 days to discover the incident and any of the circumstances set with the 171.15b. Unintentional relief of the hazardous material for the discharge in any quantity of the hazardous waste. The specification cargo tank for the capacity of 1,000 greater than the containing of the hazardous material suffered the structural damage. The landing with the lading of the retention of the system with the damage for the rating requires the system or the repair to the system and intent with the protective of the lading of the retention for the system, even though there is no relief of the hazardous material. Undeclared hazard discovered the alarm shared explosion for the dangerous evolution of the heat amount of the heat sufficient for danger for the package for the personal safety, including charging of the showering and packaging, nettling of the packaging, melting, packaging, scorching, or packaging with other evidence occurred with the direct result of the battery-powered device. Providing the retained with copy of the report, each person reporting under the section submit the written hazardous material incident report with the information system and for the BAH-60 with the pipe of the hazardous material safety administrative department of the transportation, East Building, 1200 New Jersey Avenue, Southeast Washington, D.C. 20590. 0001 electronic hazardous material incident report information system of the PAH-6D pipeline hazardous material safety administration department of transportation, Washington D.C. 205900001H hazmat.gov. The incident involved with the transportation aircraft submit with a written electronic copy of the hazardous material incident report the FAA security field office nearest the location incident. Retain a written electronic copy of the hazardous material incident report for the period of 2 years after the reporting of the principal play for the written electronic hazardous material incident report maintained with the other reporting with the personal principal play for the business. The report must be made available to reporting person's principal play for the business within 24 hours of the request of the report by the authorized representative of the special agent with the Department of Transportation. Updating the incident report. Hazardous material incident report must be updated with 1 year for the date of the occurrence of the incident. Whenever the death result of the injury must be caused by hazardous material, that misidentification of the hazardous material of the package information prior to incident report. The damage or loss related cost is not known with the initial incident report was filled because of the known damage loss related to change to $25,000 or more, 10% of the prior total estimate, which is greater exemption exemptions and those use the telephone required to record under the provisions of 171.15 with the chapter required with the paragraphs A, B, and C with the section do not apply with the following incidents of release for the minimal amount of the material, then of the material from which the vending is authorized a routine operation with seal pump, the class compressor or valve, the connection with the disconnect, loading and unloading lines provided with the release does not result in the proper damage or unintentional release of the hazardous material when the material is limited quantity material with the authorized exemption in 172.101 hazardous material at the table of the subchapter that excludes the radioactive and radioactive material. Packaging Group 3 material in the class and Division 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 8, and 9 with the material relief for the package with the capacity of less than 30 liters or 250 to 5.2 gallons of liquid and less than 60 pounds with the solid the total amount of the material release and left then 5.2 gallons liquid with less than 66 pounds with the solid of the material with the author the transportation hazardous weight for the undeclared hazardous material for the undeclared hazardous material that's covered in the air passenger for the carry on the baggage during the air screening profit the discrepancy reported by characters 175.31 with the subchapter 175.31 of the subchapter 171.17, 171.18 reserve, 170.19 approval of the authorization issued by the Bureau of Explosives effective December 31st, 1998. Approval of the authorization issued the Bureau of Explosives other than issued with the Part 179 with the subchapter are no longer valid. Submission examination report when required with the subchapter the issuance of the approval of the Associated Administrative Basic Exam to the Bureau of Explosives and any other type that is recommended by the PHMSA. Is responsible for the application submitted the result of the examination. Associated Administrator application approval to submit when the paragraph A of the section must be submitted by the Associated Administrator of the Hazardous Material Safety Regulation Safety Pipeline Hazards Material Safety Administration, Washington, D.C. 205900001. Applicant with approval of the aggrieved by an action taken with the Associated Administrator under the subpart may have been filed an appeal with the Administrator of the PHMSA within 30 days of the service of notification and denial. 171.21 assisted with the investigation, ship of the care of the package room with the package manufacturer certified with the repair with the facility reporting person reporting the incident under the provision 171.16 must make all the records and information pertaining to the incident available to with authorized representative with the special agent with the Department of Transportation upon the request. Given an authorized representative with the special agent with the Department of Transportation reasonable assistance with the investigation incident with the authorized representative with the special agent with the Department of Transportation makes an inquiry for the person may be required to complete the incident report for the connection within the study of the incident with the person and shall respond with the inquiry within 30 days after the receipt. Within such for the other time, the inquiry must specify the provided true, complete answers to any questions included in the inquiry. Subpart C.